Alright artists, today you learned about the art found in Lascaux Cave in France. And what you found there are some cave paintings of different kinds of animals. And we're going to be doing our best to kind of recreate that feeling of a cave and some of those drawings that are found in the Lascaux Cave by painting or coloring on some paper. So what's going to happen is you're going to go to the drive-thru and you're going to choose a piece of brown paper. At your table spots are some printouts of those different animals found in the cave. These will help you get some ideas of what to draw. Your number 3 chair is going to go and grab a box full of crayons, and that's what your table is going to be using to draw today. What you need to do first is write your name and class code on the back of your brown paper, Miss G, and your class code. Now your first step is really fun. You are going to start by crinkling your paper. You roll that up in a little ball, crinkle it as much as I would like, and unroll it, okay? I'm giving my paper some texture, making it kind of look like the rough surface of a cave. Now what would that be like to kind of draw or color on a rough surface of a cave like those ancient people had to do? Now my next step is I'm either going to sketch out with a pencil or I'm going to draw right on that rough surface that my animal drawings. Okay? So I can look at the pictures here that is at my table, the front or the back, or I could just kind of make up some of my own. So I'm going to start by drawing this big guy with the horn. Okay? He's going to kind of be my main drawing. He's kind of got this big horn. And I use my pencil so that if I want to, I can erase if I make a mistake. I'm just going to do my best to draw out what this guy looks like. I'm looking at some of those different shapes, and I'm doing my best to draw. Now, if it doesn't look exactly like the picture, that's okay. Those ancient people that we're studying, they wouldn't be upset by that either. They would just do their best. Okay? They don't look perfect, and that's all right. That's kind of what makes them look fun. Got a little bit of tail, and this big back. I could draw some other little animals. Maybe I just have a little bit of a horse face kind of poking out of the side. You could maybe think about what story is happening here in my drawing. Are the animals all running together? Are they kind of friends? Are they talking? Is there a herd of them? Is there a family? One of the things I noticed is that the artists, they didn't write their names. They kind of did like a handprint. So it might be fun for me to include my handprint instead of writing my name on the front. So I'm just tracing over my hand, and my hand is kind of overlapping with my little rhinoceros guy, but that's okay. I have enough room maybe for one more character over here. I might draw something a little bit smaller. Now if this is really challenging for you first graders, if you're really having a hard time making these drawings, you could ask your neighbor, say, hey neighbor, could you maybe help me with this? And they would say, yes, of course. That's what neighbors are there for. They're here to kind of help their friends out. You could maybe raise a quiet hand and ask me, and I might be able to help you kind of get started. Or you could just choose another one or make up your own. It's up to you. So now I'm going to come back and I'm going to start coloring in these animals. And I like to kind of use those natural colors, but it's up to you. But you can choose whatever colors you would like. We've talked a lot about how to color in a shape, and I usually start by kind of outlining. Finding the lines that I just drew. Now you could do it with black or you could do it with any color you would like. And because those drawings are really old, you might notice you can add a little bit of value. Value is lights and darks. So I colored really hard with my colored pencil here and really light everywhere else. Really hard and then really light. You might think about adding in some value. I'm going to color in all of those animals. All right, first graders, I colored in my animals, and you might notice I used 2 or 3 different colors, and I pressed really hard in some areas to make a dark color, and lighter in other areas to make a lighter color. I kind of kept my neutral colors, like colors you might find in the earthy colors like browns and oranges and blacks. But you can choose whatever colors that you would like. One thing I wanted to show you though about the hand is I noticed that the artist didn't quite outline it and color in the hand. They colored the area around the hand. They did almost like a reverse. So I'm going to show you how to do that, coloring around the hand instead of coloring in the hand. So I traced my hand really nice and lightly with a pencil. And I might come back and outline with a crayon just so I can better see my line. You might want to do the same too because it's a little hard to see with a pencil. But I'm going to do some kinds of lines going around my hand instead of coloring in that area. Okay? So I'm just following the outside and I'm doing these kind of loose lines or zigzag lines, filling in the space around my fingers. This is kind of like my signature for today, my handprint. Alright, when I feel like I have enough animals on here and I've done a handprint to sign my piece, I'm going to bring this up to the yellow chair. This is one of my favorite projects first grade. If you feel like you need to crinkle it up one more time, go ahead. Just be a little bit gentle so that you don't rip.